Some good stuff, some good herbal gerbils, and great jokes.
Listen, everybody. So we're live right now here on the Butters Basic Show. I like the pregame talking though. That's why we did. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on?
It was really awesome that you bigged up my champion here.
Yes, awesome sauce.
Yo, everybody that's paying attention right now, we are internationally local here at the Butters Basic Show every Sunday, 2 to 3 p.m. here at DTF Radio. Yeah, don't question the technique, son. You not turned it up already. Like, we can hear you just fine. It's all good. Anybody that wants to follow the show, please do so at Butters_Basics. Actually, Instagram, they deleted that.
They deleted the new page?
Yo, son, if they see this and they hear this, yo, Instagram, fuck you sometimes, kid.
You know what it is though, because they with their algorithm, and you know what's so crazy? There's so many people with the Bitcoin and the Cash App. It's like you're not shutting these motherfuckers down.
That's what I be like, yo, how many people's
you know what it
pages
is?
got hacked in like the past?
When you post a lot of things in one day, and sometimes they think that is like a spam account. They think you're like spamming.
I'm talking about people who like say for example, one day I see you in my DM and you're telling me, what's your Cash App again? Could you please lend me? Could you lend me $300 real quick? I promise it'll be right back.
Oh yeah,
Cash App.
And it'd be her picture. This is what people are doing. Anyway, guys.
Can I talk to you about Bitcoin?
Here's where to really follow me at. First they start, hello, hi.
What's going on?
They be like, but they use your government, whatever your name is on the account. She'll be like, oh, you should have say Butter, and I would talk to you. I'll be like, what up, Butter? But she'll be like, what up, Siobhan?
It's like, yo, what's your? Were you good? Want to get in this Bitcoin or not?
You be like, wait a minute.
That's happening to me the other day too.
That happens straight in binary, and they tell you, my financial coach helped me get 100,000.
But you know what's another thing? Another thing for women is we get people that are like, oh, I will be your sugar daddy.
Yes.
Send me a Cash App. I'll be your sugar daddy. You don't got to do nothing sexual with me. You just have to talk.
How about
to me.
one that convinced me it was Ryan Leslie for like 3 months? I thought I was talking to my Ryan.
I had a dude that was like 2 years. He looked like my age. He was like, I'll be your sugar daddy. I'm like, that's not how it works.
Guys, follow the show at Butters Basic Show. That's the new gram if you haven't been introduced to it yet. Butters Basic Show. And also follow YouTube and give us a subscribe, man. I don't usually beg for these things, but I'm like, yo, if these fucking clowns around these places could get on there and fucking get their numbers up, I'm really here with some real shit. This is the platform for the unknown to get known, everybody. Please like, share, comment, whatever the fuck you do when you be spying and shit. Follow it. Simon, where can they follow you?
You can follow me at, I have so many pages.
Nah, give the one that the comedy joint, son. That's the one that's she's funny as fuck.
The comedy one is Sivan, SIVAN_comedy.
Bang.
Awesome sauce. And yo, we've got some really great guests in the building today. Lazarus, the top Don, has returned to the show to come spread some good vibes, closing out the fourth quarter real nice. Brought his artists up with him. Please introduce.
Oh, you already know it's your boy Last Top Don. I got the army in here with me. They're gonna introduce themselves.
Awesome
That's
sauce.
a fact. Party G the Humble. I'm here. Get out them records.
Did you say Party G?
Party G the Humble.
The Humble.
Yes.
Facts.
And
I have
blazing.
my thoughts on the word humble and humility.
Wow.
We'll share.
Humble?
Yeah, because humility is something I'm like, yo, if you're good at what you do, I'd be like, I'm the last person to say, well, don't do that. That's just me.
I was very humble last week when I had no nail, when my nails wasn't on.
I'm done.
I felt very humble.
And I'm sorry, Savon and Butter. Y'all know I never interrupt the show.
What's
but
good?
I have the biggest guest that I probably could have here.
Dude.
And that's my brother, the infamous Amadeus,
Damn, you ain't even let me get a chance to do what I do. Lazarus swear he was the host of the century.
I mean, host with the
It's what it is, man.
I've been sitting out the whole album promo. I haven't been
It's
doing
time to do it.
I haven't been doing no media. I've been kind of letting my guys just
Rock.
get their feet wet
Yes.
in the media game. I think people hear enough from me on Sirius XM. They don't want to hear no more.
Tell them where they can find you, though.
Of course, Active Miss Amadeus, Wikipedia, first and foremost. Hit the Google. But of course, Shade 45 every single Thursday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. And starting January 6th, I'll be on noon to 1 as well.
Is it a daily thing?
No, every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Yeah, but I produce the show, The Lord's Here Special, which is on Monday through Friday after Sway in the morning. But I have a second hour coming out. It's going to be dedicated to nothing but new hip hop. So my set on Sirius XM is a throwback set. So I play like 90s, 2000s, like vintage hip hop. And
do you feel like it's necessary to have shows like that?
Yeah, because the average consumer doesn't listen to radio to hear things that they haven't heard before. Like you just go to Spotify and that's where they have streaming services. So the throwbacks especially for my age group, the throwbacks engages them in a way that they're already engaging themselves. So they might as well just listen to me. And
Are you expertised in that?
oh yeah, I've become quite a
How long you been doing this?
connoisseur. I've been DJing honestly now only 5 years. As crazy as it sounds to be on Sirius XM, when I got there, I wasn't a DJ. I was a cameraman, and then I navigated my way through the corporate system. And
did you draw a liking to you're hosting your own show?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, so from the cameraman to in front of the camera.
I enjoy the hosting aspect. I'm not gonna say that I enjoy DJing that much. It's not that I don't enjoy it. It's just
but you transcended levels to where you thought like I belong here. This is the definitely. Voice that needs to be heard.
DJing is fun. Being able to control the crowds got me into Madison Square Garden. So that's not that's one of the biggest accomplishments of my life. But I enjoy more of the journalistic aspect of radio, being able to share information with the listeners and the guests.
What type of feel would an artist or entrepreneur? What type of people do you normally have? Just artists, or like you have entrepreneurs?
Yeah, we get a little bit of everything. We get everything from new artists to classic artists. We're big in video gaming as well, so we'll get like people that create games, and pretty much just anyone who has a story to tell.
So your content basically allows people to have shared their stories in industry, or
anything that's revolved around urban culture. So if it's in any aspect of urban culture, we definitely welcome it on the show.
Awesome sauce. What's your relationship to Lazarus and these artists?
Jesus. I've known these guys for a while. Well, Party G, I met him about 4 or 5 years ago during my strip club days. Not that I was stripping.
During your wait a minute. You brought a stripper up here and didn't tell me?
Nah.
Shorty, I got singles in the.
I was.
You used to dance to. You told me you went through many levels of learning the
I was promoting and throwing showcases in the strip club,
and it worked.
And what I was doing that was different than other promoters was. So if you know anything about the strip club game in any city, they have what's called a single release. Essentially, it's like a guy has a new song and they give you a flyer so you can bring 40 people out. And I was taking it a step further where I was actually giving artists results by getting them on the radio. Okay, you come to my club and you get your song spun, but I'm going to take your record from here and I'm going to put it in front of 41 million nationwide.
Nice.
So that's why I met Party G.
Blazing. The price tag is like on that, Lazarus.
Blazing, I've known for about 10 years. I admire Blazing. He's a young guy with an old soul.
Understood.
He's super hip hop. When you come in the car, you don't know what you're gonna hear. You might hear Onyx. You might hear Curtis Mayfield. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay.
It's a blend of two. Yeah. And Lazarus, he's been someone that has been with me for a good 10 years, and he's made his way into becoming his own entity and someone that people respect. And of course, he is an amazing lyricist as well and business person. So together we are the army.
Okay.
They in competition for who got the raspiest voice. Who has?
He gets that over me.
Whose voice is the raspiest?
Did you speak as yet, sir, to tell the world anything about yourself and your
Blazing.
desires?
Yeah, Blazing, I'm here. Get at them records, the army. We here. We've been working organically. Building up, man.
That's
we
a
here.
fact.
Verbal Warfare out right now.
New album.
The album is crazy. Dope features on there. A lot of good names on there.
Well, can you mention anybody?
Benny the Butcher, Prodigy, Styles P, Snipe Light. That's just a few of them. But besides the army as a whole, Brian J.
You talking
West
about
Coast.
The late great Prodigy is on your joint?
Yeah. I
That's
got
a whole nother reason to come through. If you
Blazing got the
didn't,
single.
Yeah, that's my single with him that I did. I did that record. So
here's what's so awesome. Like, you have a piece of like an ancestor as a part of your situation right
it's
now,
crazy.
dude.
Shout out to Dr. G overseas in Manchester, UK. He's the one who put me on that record. He produced it, and the record's dope, man.
Fire.
And here's where I don't like to be humble, right? So I was one of the last people I think to film Prodigy in New Jersey at the Blue Room. Shout out to my boy Tim. He's about to be putting Styles P on the stage again.
That's what's up.
January 15th. Can't wait to go out there and do some media. I think I'll meet some really great artists. We'll talk about that, Listen, man, it's an awesome feel here at the Butters Basic Show today. It's quite sublime to be living this life. I always like to give thanks to my ancestors and mention them regularly, because without the understanding that everybody's here with great purpose, I love breathing in the same greatness as the people that sit around me. Can you please play the Army?
I will.
All right.
Oh,
You know,
Introducing this record. This record is called The Army. It's on the album right now from Get Adam Records called Verbal Warfare, available on all DSPs, and I mean literally all. So don't tell me.
We about to go shoot the video after
about
this
to go
too.
shoot
So
yeah, I
the
feel like
look out
they
for
all,
that, too.
they all booted and suited up. The press play on it. I'm cool with that. I'm like, loving the gear.
Yeah,
Yeah, the merch coming.
that coming different.
Man, oh
That
man.
coming different.
I'm a mathematician, I spit venom till I'm cracking your vision. One half was in the box, the other half of a missing. Didn't see it when I was trapped in the kitchen, so I snatched his eyes out his forehead since he was lacking the vision. Bars crafted with precision in the maximum prison. Might attract a collision, give it a maximum listen. Look, the Army back at it, the SWAT deal. I cut him so fast that he started bleeding blue on the concrete. The ball game lift niggas out of they bar mains. I hydroplane on a plane to the stars change. Throw the whack rapper like card games. The nut of your bitch eye in the sky, so she knew that the guard came. Lines of titanium, realign your cranium. These rhymes from an alien redesigned the stadium. My mind is a shrine with nines made of palladium. Scripted in acrylic script like a Ukrainian.
Between the bull and the talk, we get Adam path is made. Nothing to do but blast away. Wanna know return is where I'm at. Bad motherfucker like San Jack. No holding this man back. Nah, every re-up, thinking it's the last pack. Just wanna play the shorts while the lobster and crab crack. My bag's packed. Might be gone till November again. Who am I kidding? Still stuck in my ways. Coming full circle these days. Love them or leave them. Keep my distance cause intention's hard to read them. Paranoid, nah. Tired of the bullshit. Everyone in the gang starts giving y'all full clips. Premiere that. Prime time, every performance. Living lawless from days on the morning caucus. Blade still torching. Fever still haunts. And if there's a cure for this, I don't want
Hey yo,
it.
it's Party from the Army, homie, nice to meet ya. My people like it's nice to see you win. The world famous with no patience. To the bullshit, little bitch. You know I'm hood rich, right? I catch your body then slide. P-A-R-T-Y, you could die in these streets I'm in. We get it in, you might lose a friend. That's small mama 10, sorry queen. I fell off when I lost my D. It's like I lost my fiend shit bad, but I'm gonna get it back. A good feeling when you weave a jab or duck. Or KBJ might come and kill you, cause you don't look familiar. No talking son, just drill you. Haze 97, I'm getting paid when I talk to Blaze. You want a feature, better talk to Gage. The Haze 97, I'm getting paid when I talk to Blaze. You want a feature, better talk to Gage. Pause.
I said we back to the pavement, where only raps can come back, damn from the basement. Most these rappers basic, we back on the track, this is something amazing. The general of the army, stay ready to slay shit. We moving the units, me party pulling blazing. The infamous one, them recruiters are made men. We destroying the game, my brother just say when. I'm an animal that will dismantle you while I'm caged in. I done been trained and instructed to tap in your inner thoughts. This position I'm in is a bigger force. Got me reminiscing about all of my past thoughts with bad sauce. I reign supreme in the mic like Black Thought, so back off. Or the 12 gauge will rip your back off. Back dog with some mass appeal. You better chill, motherfucker, before your cap get peeled.
I'm not politically correct, just politically direct. Any symbols of a threat, then that's vengeance at your neck. I don't do the disrespect, I don't give it, I don't take it. My word is like a curb, I don't bend it, I don't break it. Treat it like something sacred, puffin' on something flagrant. Depending on the situation, my youngest, or do you blatant? That's flagrant, no subliminals around revolutionaries, still close to criminals. On the Ave, getting mad, calculating compensation. You just want a conversation, you don't want no confrontation. You need supply to keep fly, keep the maggots from near me. I know the sides and the angles, that's Pythagorean theory. Got my district on my heart, got my region on my back. All these treasonous attacks give me reasons to react. You's a heathen, you's a rat, you deceiving with the facts. Now you reason when you breathing, body season and collapse. I'm the treasure, all the pressure, all the trauma created. Go to the dresser, give us some money, mama, I made it. Can't be debated, me and failure can't be related. Plus I'm with it and I'm skittish when my space get invaded. Brian J.
Yo. Blown away, blown away. I'm like, yo, I felt like y'all took me back in time though, like to some boom bap.
You know what's going on? 90s forever, 97
That's what
forever.
we doing. That's what
Shout out
we
to
doing.
Inf on the beat. You know what's happening, man. Get at them records. We outside.
That was
Pull it just a little bit.
the DJ booth. That's why we had anyway.
No, that
Yeah, I mean,
shit. Well, he should have came with the lappy toppy and all that.
so the army, the record they just heard.
Listen,
that's
the
the
type
team.
of work that you doing right now. Like, I'm sorry to interject, but do people use you to DJ, or like, do you actually get to go speak? And I love having you to do this, to be able to explain what the fuck's going on with what you're actually a part of. The DJ does speak through his fingers.
Of course.
I understand that.
Usually, like when I pull up the places, I think people be afraid to ask me to DJ. You know what I'm saying? Because of, the Shade 45. But I mean, I'm a DJ. So like, if you ain't have a DJ, I'm a fucking DJ. I'm gonna bring my shit and I'm gonna air
Guys,
it out.
that is an exclusive conversation that we're having live on air with
the infamous Amadeus.
The
You
infamous
understand what I'm
Amadeus.
saying? So like,
Young.
that offer wasn't for y'all. It was for me to. I'll keep that in mind, buddy. Listen, man, how'd you maintain that sound? I don't want to ask y'all your age or nothing like that.
I'm
but
just turned 29.
And
Shit, you can ask me
that's
my age.
So my thing, I just turned 42. You can ask me my
That's
age.
what's
So
up.
like,
That's
for me
beautiful.
to sit here and actually listen to a vibe that like, takes me to that time and space, I feel like the trends is based on consistency of what you're authentically loving, what you're in, what you're doing, like, because a 29-year-old is sitting here sounding like he was rapping with not to say that you youngin',
Nah, that's what's
but
up.
you know,
I'm
like
28
like if,
too. Yeah.
no, like if he was like if
the youngest one.
he was back there with them, like
it's 90s forever though.
We've been able to develop our own sound. If you listen to like a lot of the boom bap records, they're slower. So we keep the tempo up. We add traditional scratch choruses, and then of course the beats. I mean, the record that you just heard, that was one of the last songs we recorded. The Army Verbal Warfare album essentially was a collection of records that I distributed as a distributor. So like Paula Perry, the Benny the Butcher record, the Styles P record, and I wanted to create some records to give it like an actual album feel. So we did that record before we went on tour. And I did the beat in like 15 minutes.
Damn.
And it was just, the drums was knocking and the guys came in, they laid their verse, and the rest is history.
Smoked it, 90s feel. We don't just say 90s, like we really live it. Like, you know what I mean? I got a 90s.
What about
Supreme
the 90s
hoodie.
you love so much? Like,
The 90s is just real. It's not like none of that like fabricated stuff. Like you had to really be somebody. Your name really meant something.
so people are out here pretending now in the 2020s.
I mean, we all know what's happening.
You know, you
now.
mentioned trends
Look,
before,
I'm not trying to
but this
rile
ain't
them up.
the
I'm just
trend.
asking.
Nah, we all know what's happening. You know what I mean? It's right in our face.
No,
For me, the 90s.
it's just who we are.
For me, the 90s is the last era where people were actually social. So you got social media, but you're not actually social. They're like introverts stuck in the house because they're being social through their phones. 90s was the last era where you had to be social. You had to interact with your neighbor. You had to go outside to play. You had to be involved in that.
Yeah.
And you know,
Word.
I'm thankful to all the magazines that I used to read back then too, like Vibe and The Source and Double XL. Yeah, and there was a couple others too. Ebony I used to read, but like, you know, when I would see, I think it was which one fucks with Quincy Jones? Vibe was what it was, right?
Yeah, Vibe.
So I remember when they used to have in the back, like where all the socialites would go out and party, like, and they show pictures of where everybody was at and this and that, and you actually got to see. Right now, just trusting regular media to show you where somebody's at, to me, I mean, I don't know. I fucks with magazines that are indie that show us what we are doing. Because I give two fucks about that as well too. I would love to know who's in my city right now that I could check out from out of town. Like, you know, we've even got artists that come from out of town to New York thinking that is the wave that's where you got to be to make it. But the New York City artists are like dying to leave outside of New York City to go and get their wave out there. Like, you know, what do you guys think you're gonna do with it? Are you moving to place international?
I'm gonna answer that. You know, for us, definitely. Me as part of the marketing and the media base, my plan for after January, you'll see Blaze, you'll see Party, you'll see Inf. We'll be on magazine covers. We'll be on different tours right now. I want to shout out Vero G. First off, for Spotlight for this month.
All the different magazines.
She got me on the front cover for December's issue. I already tapped in with her so that way I can have the crew on there next. I want to shout out Splash Magazine, all these independent magazines. Why? Because these people come up as curators, and they're the curators for hip hop. Shout out to Amadeus too. He has one of the #1 most magazines in the world, which is the I Get Adam magazine, which will be coming later on. I'll tell you that. But that's a whole different Evan Dern. I'll let him speak on it. But I'm just telling you right now, if you're asking me, Butter, and I never hold punches from you, I'm telling you that after January, the Grenade Pen will be released.
What's humble about that?
And there's no humble on that. I'm not even being humble. I'm being real with you. I'm about to shit on it.
There's absolutely no miscommunication there. As a matter of fact, that's the next song that we're gonna go into.
Let's get into that.
I'm kidding.
That's for the ladies.
Out.
Awesome sauce. You said it's for the ladies?
Get
My
it. Shout out to Party on
Mercedes,
this
hold
one.
to it.
Oh man.
Come on, really? You gotta communicate a little bit better. You already know I be on the road, city to city. The team is the army, baby. We gotta move.
You don't understand, it's more pieces to a man. From the jump, had the vision, had a plan. The travel of a lands, grow and expand. Rather you here with me, but gotta get busy on to another city. Better than what's going down in the town. Wrong place, wrong time, and I'll never be around. The feeling free falling, like a skydiver. But dark days like De Niro and Taxi Driver. I ain't make it through the fire, I live through the fire. Told you Blaze, live with that flame and desire. Inspired again, that fire in my soul, in my eyes again. I'm just trying to live, baby. So play it low till I touch down. And when we back up, no need to act up. I said, play it low till I touch down. And when we back up, no need to act up. Mama, come on.
Yeah, I'm on the road to another show. All I'm trying to get is dough. I told you I don't want these hoes. What you think a nigga lying? Shit. And I'm just trying to make it home. So baby, pick up the phone. I'm in the studio with the bro. What you thinking?
I'm just trying to get my mind right, and you be making it harder. I'm still healing from the traumas of the death of my father. We be good and I don't know where you start up. Plus I'm on the road, killing shows, trying to make it back home. I miss the kids and your lips, got your pick on the fridge. I'm trying to do all I can just to change where we live. And I know that it hurts, you don't get how it works, but I'll be damned if my sons grow up to lay in a hearse. I'm trying to have a verse hit like Van Damme when he kicks. I'm in the stool with my bros, not fucking a bitch, but I know that's just what you think. Then time flies by, hours pass, they just go as I blink. Then you call talking shit just to hang up the phone. Should be killing my vibe, getting me out of my zone. And sometimes I wanna go, but I can't leave you alone.
I'm on the road to another show. All I'm trying to get is dough. I told you I don't want these hoes. What you think a nigga lying? And I'm just trying to make it home. So baby, pick up the phone. I'm in the studio with the bro.
It's like 5 in the morning, I'm smoking loud with my guys when I'm touring. Took them back to the future like I drive a DeLorean. You know youngin' in the sky when he ballin', that money USD. But don't ask why I ride in this foreign. Look, I got us out the hood, we made better. Put you on that money team, and I ain't even talking about Mayweather's. A couple red bottoms is easy cash, but every time I talk to you, it goes over your head like an easy pass. It's a mission just to get you to listen. Your intuition got you shifting decisions, I don't blame you. See them in my DM, that shit changed you. Forever the same me, somehow you not the same you. From the jump like a starter kid. Feel good to get rich with the one that you started with. The queen, you on top of my parliament. You gotta stop starting arguments if you wanna be a part of this.
I'm on the road to another show. All I'm trying to get is dough. I told you I don't want these hoes. What you think a nigga lying? Shit. And I'm just trying to make it home. So baby, pick up the phone. I'm in the studio with the bro. What you think a nigga lying? Shit.
Your mic about to be super hot.
Yup.
Super hot.
But she thinking nigga lying.
Wait, say it again, please.
But
What
she
happened?
thinking nigga lying.
He wanna lead a comedian.
Yeah. We did that like 5 in the morning in Orlando.
Really?
I never asked. I really like Aaliyah, so I wanted Aaliyah's opinion.
Oh,
Shout out to
thank you,
Aaliyah.
thank you, thank
Peace,
you.
peace,
How was the vibe for you on that?
It was
Aaliyah?
definitely dope. I understood what y'all were saying. Y'all were clear, and
Thank
the
you.
beat was nice. And I got it. I got
Thank you.
the
Shout out to Top
message.
Bandit.
It was definitely dope. For a
Top
minute,
Bandit, man. Yeah.
excuse me. Right now, no. For a minute though, I did think Jada hopped on there. No, no. I mean, do y'all get that, or I
feel
mean,
that.
does that? Do y'all not get that, or what?
Yeah, no, I
I was like,
appreciate
oh,
it.
shit, Jada was on
My
there?
brother,
That's my guy. It's
Alright,
big bro.
alright.
Infamous Amadeus on that.
I got bars too,
Butter.
just to let y'all know.
I like that.
Oh,
You know,
what?
I'm gonna tap in because you know I like you already.
Shit,
What's up?
we about to do the freestyle in a second,
my
but did you have a
question-
question for me,
Yes,
sir?
I have a question just for you.
Interview
Savon.
the
What
interviewer,
kinda-
motherfucker. Interview the
what
interviewer.
kinda, you know, what kind of feeling did y'all get? You know, when we said miscommunication, did y'all feel like that? Did y'all get the actual? You know, did you understand where we was coming from?
First
or
of
how
all,
miscommunication
I was-
from
Y'all
a male
always
point?
think we lying. That's
Y'all
the
always
problem.
think we lying.
That'd be the
Listen,
problem. You know
I'm
what
so
I mean?
glad I'm not a part of the y'all that they're talking about.
Ooh,
I quite
child.
understand, you know, that the opposite sex, and I quite understand this one as well too. And getting to know, you know, men in general, you know, is it's a job for us females. You know, each one of you guys is so different. You expect different things, and you know, your song basically is talking about where lines get crossed.
All right, that's all I want. Thanks, I appreciate it. You caught
Absolutely.
it.
That's what's
Savon,
up.
I need your feedback one time.
That's what's up. Appreciate
Damn,
that.
Shorty, trying to break on.
No, she said that was part of the joke. Yeah, what you talking about,
I'm
man.
done.
That's the mic back.
Right.
No, because I didn't have the headphones. I forfeited my headphones, so I didn't even get to listen to that.
All right,
one.
so
Oh.
don't
I got to
worry.
listen to the
half
first.
of the song.
I got the first song. No, the first song was fire.
Thank you. I
Everybody
Bet.
got good bars on that
That's
song.
what's
Okay.
up.
I think a lot of times nowadays people forfeit good bars just for a catchy beat and a catchy hook.
Thank you.
And so this song was like very, you know, they didn't forfeit the bars. The bars are fire. And I know he got the raspy. And so I know a lot of people will compare it to Jadakiss, but I think you got your own flow.
Thank
It's
you.
not the
Thank
same
you.
flow as Jada
Thank you.
Nah,
Thank
in
you.
the
It's
raspy
not. It's
voice
not.
wise, but when you're talking about the flow and the bars, it's very different. He got his own flow and he got his own. Now I know he probably don't remember me because I've met him numerous times, but he don't remember me. I've met him with Torres before, and I've seen you at like IMI Studios before. Right. So I'm familiar with your music before today. I always told Torres, I was like, oh, he's very good. He's very good. His bars are very good. Everybody in here is like, you didn't outshine nobody. Everybody held their own on the track, and everybody really like did a good job bar for bar. Everybody it was an official, the one that I heard in the little bit of the beginning of the other track that I heard.
Yeah.
Everybody's bars are official. It's not like you didn't sacrifice the bar for it was a good beat too. You got two good beats there, but they didn't have to sacrifice the bars for the beat. So
That's
I
what's
really
up.
appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to say it sound legit. It sound like good music, legit
Thank you.
music.
Thank you.
And I didn't mean
Appreciate
to
that.
offend anyone with the J.
No.
Nah.
Like I
She's
mean,
like,
get
I'm
all the time.
visiting from
right,
out of
like,
town,
and
so
I,
you know,
I can't
please-
fight, so I don't want
Hold on.
nobody to get nasty.
Here's the
So-
thing, right, Aaliyah? Please. Wait, say it again.
Like a lot of people don't know. See, they compare me because you comparing to the closest sound that you know.
Right.
A lot of people don't know. Like I work with these guys. I've directed videos. I've been on tour with them. You know, obviously Styles on the album. And more importantly, where I'm from in the Bronx, it's literally almost connected to Yonkers. So people from certain areas sound the same way. So everybody from Yonkers got this raspy voice in my area as well. So it's kind of like the same thing.
I'm a little raspy too. I be sounding like a little that.
Now,
Oh, man.
this is a question that I've had a lot of times is Yonkers in the borough of the Bronx?
No.
Nah, it's
What
Westchester
borough
County.
is Yonkers in?
It's Westchester County.
But what
it's
borough
right
is
there
that?
though. It's not a borough.
It's not a borough.
So
But
it's not
right
a
there,
borough
though.
at all.
No.
Yeah, but it's like right across the street.
It's right
So
across-
Yonkers, because you can make a right on red in Yonkers, just so everybody knows.
Yes.
You can
Yeah.
make a right on red in Yonkers
Mhm.
and most of Westchester, actually.
Correct.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's
But
a
you
fact.
can't make a right on red in the Bronx.
No, because that's
Nah.
considered
So-
like going upstate.
Don't worry, I fuck dudes all over this motherfucking state, and mostly Yonkers in the Bronx. I live in New Jersey. I live in New Jersey, so Yonkers in the Bronx is the closest in proximity.
So are you stating that you come from the bricks? You
Ah,
fuck
sad.
guys from the other borough?
I do come from New Jersey, and I do fuck dudes in. I have been fucking a dude in Brooklyn, which I always said I wouldn't do because it's far.
Did it come with
But
an
normally I go Yonkers. Did it come with what?
Did it come with an edible?
It didn't. I have the edibles. I got all the edibles. I'm the plug, baby.
Oh, let's get it, baby.
Goodness gracious. Welcome to the Butters Basic Show. We're only a comedian.
I am devastated.
Come
So
closer.
next we supposed to be hitting this nice cipher. We got, Aaliyah
Yeah,
gonna hit
what we
the cipher
doing?
with us. I mean, this is dope. Let's get
What we
it.
doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a little something now. Don't
Yeah,
judge me.
Yeah, shout out to Blue Diaz on the beat.
Leah don't know how to fuck with this.
You want
Shout out to
y'all
this
got some
video
crazy.
shoot
I
for the
got some
art.
nail glue in
Shout
my
out to
bag.
Y'all know what's going on. Verbal warfare out
Please
now.
tell them
Hit that-
again.
hit the link
Verbal
to her.
warfare.
Verbal warfare out
These
now.
guys
All
got
platforms. The
military
army.
gear, like
Get out of
Verbal
records.
gears
warfare.
coming
Except
out.
for the army sweatsuits.
Yeah, that's a fact. Got the merch coming soon.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it gonna be
97
sold?
Piff merch.
97 Piff.
merch.
So
Coming
is it
soon.
like gonna be sold on like a website where they can go to and
Oh yeah, of
purchase?
course.
It's
I get out of
I
media.com.
get out of
I
media.
get out of media.com.
Okay.
That's a fact. Or you could check my boy website.
Yeah, the infamousamadeus.com.
Hold on a second. Let me hear your mic real quick.
Check.
Awesome. So can I please hear from you
Check.
about the website?
Yeah, so I get out of media.com. That's the I get out of media group website, consisting of Get Adam Records, Get Adam Films, and everything that is Get Adam. So visit the website. We'll have the merch up there. Now I have my website up now.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You got the what? Wait.
My
you got
website
the-
now. Hello.
Yeah, we
Check.
can hear you.
Are
Go
we
ahead,
hot?
go ahead.
Okay. I got my website, infamousamadeus.com. You can check my Shade 45 mixes on there, playlist. And of course, I got my new venture, 97 Piff, which is vintage haze, cannabis products. Everything is 90. So if you're gonna,
I will co-sign. That shit smell
So-
like Blockwork haze. I smelled it.
yeah.
I was like, this smell like old Blockwork
because
haze.
you know,
that I used to
you know
sell
what
in
it
high
is.
school.
You know, like we really talking this 90s shit. So we live it. Like when I walk in the room, it gotta smell like 90s. These niggas lighting up cookies and this and that. I don't know. Nigga pull out Oreo weed, shit smell like Fruit Loops. Nigga, no. A Oreo smells like an Oreo. Fruit Loops smell like Fruit Loops. Piff is Piff. You know what it is. That's it. When I light it up, the room clears out. That's it.
Talk that talk.
Listen, this
Talk
is the
that
realest
talk, and-
conversation I've had with. Wait, so the 90s is the realest then?
Period.
90s is forever.
Forever and ever.
Listen, man, I called the conversation today. I entitled the show "Butters Basics," the startup company, and I really did that because I see so many people around me that are their own business and about their business, and I wanted to champion those that are like that. Aaliyah, where can they find you on the gram?
Aaliyah Comedian. ALEA_comedian. Am I supposed to tell them something else?
No, I'm just asking you that because I'm trying to get everybody to follow everyone inside of this room. So this is how there's a method to my madness.
I love it.
Where can they find you, Party?
The real Party G, or just Google Party G the Humble. You know.
All right.
You find me at Cruz Blazing LI at CRUZBLAZINLI.
Lazarus, where can they
Y'all know
find
y'all
you?
can find me. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Lazarus the Top Dawn. If not, I get out of media.com. If not, check my personal website, www.topdawnempire.com. Log on, get into the nation.
Sounds long, but it's still Lazarus. Listen, Amadeus, where
And of
can
course,
they
the
find
infamous
you?
Amadeus, all social media platforms, but most importantly, SiriusXM Shade 45 every single Thursday, noon to 1 and 3 to 4. Throwback classics and new bangers.
I tell you what, his voice. You married or single? What's going on?
I'm married.
God
She's
damn
there.
it. Oh, shit. You is a lucky motherfucker. I'll tell you that right there. I mean, that voice has just got me over here like, all right.
So guys, we're gonna get into this freestyle. Sivan, let them know where they can find you too as well.
But I have to do a really quick shout out. My whole fit is by FME, and you guys should check them out. You should check them out at FME 1985 on Instagram, and then you can find me at Sivan Comedy, SIVAN_comedy.
All right.
And
She
all
threw
I
that
did was put on
1985
the only gear I've got on was made by Dave Chappelle. I had to wear that today because my comedians in the building.
Dave
Yeah,
Chappelle, give me
like,
crack.
I was there that year that he had his event at Radio City. So when he had the event at Radio City Music Hall, I couldn't miss my chance to actually go and see this living legend. I knew, like, I can tell who the fuck's living legends. Yo, listen, let's get into this freestyle, man.
Yeah, I want
Let's
to
see
give
if
a
we
big
can.
shout out to Blue Diaz
Yeah.
for
No
making
doubt.
the beat. Hit me on the email. Y'all know what it is.
Army, baby.
All right.
Army.
Since we shouting out real quick, I just want to shout out to all my supporters and everybody that
Facts.
loves me and everybody.
works.
That's it. I love y'all.
That works. That works. So here we go, guys. We can get into this.
Said what you want to be.
Go, lads.
Said what you want to be.
Uh-huh.
It's real crazy. I can turn you into beef.
The army.
Take your girl out there for some seafood. Cause he cool. They just love it when they on me.
Yeah.
Grab me because I'm part of the army.
Sure.
I know that I'm the man, so you see I'm on the party.
Yeah, who's blazing with me, so we inside of the audience.
Know
So
what's
shorty
happening.
wanna look how I got him off the hook. Fit me for the beat, but I kill him on the hook.
Uh-huh.
I got him shook, so they really wanna listen. Got the game on DTF, fetal position.
Yeah.
They lying cause they running up onto me. I'm making them laugh like a Lear cause I'm funny with comedy.
Uh-huh.
I dare you try to run up onto me, but you die. So I hit you with the bars of warfare to the sky. I provide lyrics that you gon' like, and I take your girl out through the city with all of the lights. Yeah,
Yeah.
DTF Radio. Let's
go, Blaze.
Army, man, we here,
Talk
blazing.
to him.
Let's go, baby. I said,
Yeah.
hold up, yo. Wonder why we rapping wild? All
Wow.
we know is blacking out. Was young boys acting out, spazzing out, looking back like it happened. How cracking the vacuum seal, lighting packs to the loud.
Yeah.
Smoke through the nostrils, premeditate the gospel that the streets praise. Burning hates through when they ride through. Angels in the sky, too far to reach us, so we settle with the demons. Posted peddling pieces, adolescents play the park by the bleachers.
Yeah.
Stress and recession years need to connect cheaper.
Uh-huh.
20 some odd years running with this fever. In too deep and feel it's only getting steeper. I'm fucked up and know it the worst thing. It don't bother me, but I might just destruct some. Life under the scope, never know where they coming from. Desperado flow, you know what's in the guitar case. Scarred out the gate between that rock and the hard place. Cheated death few times, still cruise live. Wild for the night with the thought in mind. Like the Warriors trying to make it back to that shoreline. The juice knowing the ledge, keeping on. Young God still a morale, creeping out the fog.
Yeah.
Take a taste of sin to smell the glory, but not much more than these scars to tell their story. Feel me?
Feel me?
It's the Army, baby.
Let's get it,
Last party, let's go. Amadeus
Yo.
in the building, let's go.
What's happening? I said, look, dark hours, late night past park hours.
Uh-huh.
You're by yourself, you know, dumb hours.
You know.
Fuck the places with the cold showers. From a place where they love nose powder.
Uh-huh.
Just from that, the coop clam chowder. Your hustle Terrence Howard. Fuck a once, be a man about it. And these all-nighters, I was really down with the lifers.
Yeah.
Where all you do is pray, that's the only option.
Uh-huh.
Keeping God first, you be yourself, that's how God work. I was different, I denied perks. This shit'll make your eyes hurt. Don't be blind to it. You get 100, then your times to it.
Times
From
to
the
it.
dirt, please let me work. Speak with myself, I control balance. We on the level up. Respect to those that big me up. And if you don't, I don't give a fuck.
Nah.
We still winning on them. The wave, that's the gift from him. Yeah, he icy. Big gash in my weed pricey.
Price.
Only 97. Flow be the weapon.
Nah,
Party G,
seven.
this was a murder. Please pardon me. Bah.
Shoot. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You got it. Hold on, shit, kinda low. Check. Look, yo, raps to say the emergency. Hitting my niggas, they out in Germany to burn a bee, burning them seeds to the third degree.
Shit.
We flew like a Ginsu. It's a murder scene. Wrap your head like a Hindu. You never heard of me. It's game time when young and name nines. I rip a set and whip the pot rex like a chef at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm hot like the tip of the Glock. When the burner pop was busy taking flicks for a bitch. You never heard the shot.
Uh-huh.
Hop out the drop and serve the block. So many red and blue valves. Fiends thought they were purple top.
Let's go.
The top lyricist you ain't met yet. I have the coroner pulling out tape like a set desk.
Uh-huh.
The flow is contagious like swine flu. I put hydro in the Dutch so the guts are lime blue.
Yeah.
I blind to put the back up. It's all there. Army, the album, fucking warfare. Jump.
Yeah.
The Army, you know what's happening. Verbal warfare out
Army,
now.
baby.
Let's go. Uh-huh.
In this bitch, I don't even be rapping. I be fucking with shit. I
Yeah.
be turning it around. I be dropping the dick.
Uh-huh.
I be I don't know. I don't be out there. Let me get it right real quick though, cause I got a couple bars that everybody really know.
Uh-huh.
Hey, let me catch my breath. You already know about to go down. Yeah, I'm on the hill and the go. I don't even know. I just be playing these niggas is fucking good, and I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Shout out to DTF Radio. Niggas already know. Yeah, we about to blow. Hey.
Listen,
Yo.
she just jumped on y'all whole
You know what's
track.
happening.
Like,
Army, we here. Tell me Party G.
Let's go, baby.
Army blazing. Lazarus' head.
that was exclusive, right, Aaliyah? You just
Y'all see it. Shout out to Blue Vision, my brother Blue Diaz for that production. Y'all will see the Army kill that. We appreciate it.
most definitely. It was really
Yeah,
great
man.
having you guys here. Is there
Verbal
any-
I gotta
warfare
say
out
this.
right now.
It was amazing being on Butter Basic Show.
Yeah, it was.
Forget the brunch. Come to the Butter Basic Show. You know
I
what
mean, it's not over as yet. I just wanted Aaliyah to, sit in on this portion of things. I know you guys got to go, so I didn't want to chokehold you into a time frame. So I just had to make sure that everyone was in the mix. You guys check out my work on the hashtag Butter is always in the mix. It's a fact.
No doubt.
And if you want to follow me personally on the gram, it's Gazebo, GAZZEBO. That's 2 Z's. So you don't sleep. 11210, because I'm a Brooklyn girl all day, every day. Please believe it.
Yes.
It was really great having you guys
Thank
here.
you for having us.
Hey, thank you.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
Definitely
it.
appreciate you.
play the, which one you guys want to go out to? I'm gonna, as you guys exit out.
The Army, of course. You gotta exit.
Play that Army. You play
Make
that
sure y'all
Army.
hit us. That video coming. We on our way to go shoot that video.
Let's
right now.
do it.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Do it.
Where
And
y'all
follow
shooting it
Butters
at? We could
Basics.
come or no?
Of course y'all could come.
You didn't invite us, like.
Oh no, you gotta hit the text so we can send
Oh,
you
I'm
the
gonna
secret
have to give me
location. That's why it's the
something
Army.
Sexy.
Cool beans, y'all.
Peace, peace.
Yo, the startup company is the Butters Basic Show, y'all. Here's the Army.
Check. Look, I'm a mathematician. I spit venom till I'm cracking your vision. One half was in the box, the other half of them missing. Didn't see it when I was trapped in the kitchen, so I snatched his eyes out his forehead since he was lacking the vision. Bars crafted with precision in the maximum prison. Might attract a collision, give it a maximum listen. Look, the Army back at it, the squad deep. I cut him so fast that he started bleeding blue on the concrete. The ball game lifts niggas out of they bar mains. A hydroplane on a plane to the stars change. Fold the whack rapper like card games. The nut of your bitch eye in the sky, so she knew that the guard came. Lines of titanium, realign your cranium. These rhymes from an alien redesigned the stadium. My mind is a shrine with nines made of palladium. Scripted in acrylic script like the Ukrainian.
Between the bullet and the target, I'm get at 'em. Path is made, nothing to do but blast away. Wanna no return is where I'm at. Bad motherfucker like San Jack, no hold this man back. Every re-up, thinking it's the last pack. Just wanna play the shorts while the lobster and crab crack. My bag's packed, might be gone till November again. Who am I kidding? Still stuck in my ways. Coming full circle these days, love them or leave them. Keep my distance, cause intentions hard to read them. Paranoid, tired of the bullshit. Everyone in the gang starts giving y'all full clips. Premiere that, prime time, every performance. Living lawless from days on the morning cordless. Blade still torching, fever still haunting. And if there's a cure for this, I don't want
Hey yo, it's Party from the Army, homie, nice to meet ya. My people like it's nice to see you win. The world famous with no patience. To the bullshit, little bitch. You know I'm hood rich, right? I catch your body then slide. P-A-R-T-Y, you could die in these streets I'm in. We get it in, you might lose a friend. That's small mama 10, sorry queen. I fell off when I lost my D. It's like I lost my fiend shit bad, but I'm gonna get it back. A good feeling when you weave a jab or duck, or KBJ might come and kill you, cause you don't look familiar. No talking son, just drill you. Hayes 97, I'm getting paid when I talk to Blaze. You want a feature, better talk to Gage. The Hayes 97, I'm getting paid when I talk to Blaze. You want a feature, better talk to Gage. Pause.
I said we back to the pavement, where only raps kick 'em back, damn from the basement. Most these rappers basic, we back on the track, this is something amazing. The general of the Army, stay ready to slay shit. We moving them units, me party pulling blazing. The infamous one, them recruiters are made men. We destroying the game, my brother just say when. I'm an animal that will dismantle you while I'm caged in. I done been trained and instructed to tap in your inner thoughts. This position I'm in is a bigger force. Got me reminiscing about all of my past thoughts with bad sauce. I reign supreme in the mic like Black Thought, so back off. Or the 12 gauge will rip your back off. Back door with some mass appeal. You better chill, motherfucker, before your cap get peeled.
I'm not politically correct, just politically direct. Any symbols of a threat, then that's vengeance at your neck. I don't do the disrespect, I don't give it, I don't take it. My word is like the curb, I don't bend it, I don't break it. Treat it like something sacred, puffing on something flagrant. Depending on the situation, my youngest will do you blatant. That's flagrant, no subliminals around revolutionaries, still close to criminals. On the app, getting mad, calculating compensation. You just want a conversation, you don't want no confrontation. You need supply to keep fly, keep the maggots from near me. I know the sides and the angles, that's Pythagorean theory. Got my district on my heart, got my region on my back. All these treasonous attacks give me reasons to react. You's a heathen, you's a rap, you deceiving with the facts. Now you reason when you breathing, body season and collapse. I'm the treasure, all the pressure, all the trauma created. Go to the dresser, give us some money, mama, I made it. Can't be debated, me and failure can't be related. Plus I'm with it and I'm skittish when my space get invaded. Brian J.
Me like you, me like you. Me like you, me like you.
Agreed.
Yo, enjoyed yourself?
I did.
We're
But
enjoying the Butters Basic Show, everybody.
You know, I enjoy you as smooth as you can be.
Man, it's the platform for the unknown to get known. Please believe it. Instagram, I really think that you're such a hater for having deleted my original Butters Basics page.
I know, that's crazy.
I have to remind my audience again that if they'd like to follow me follow the show, Butters Basics Show on the gram. And I just think, maybe it's sublime. They were playing God that day and lost because you deleted something that I compiled that. Yeah. I'm the one that put was
it an accident? Did they email
son,
you and say hey, it was
they
an accident?
emailed me and asked me to send them a mugshot with a number under it so they could keep in their records, but they never gave me my shit back. So I just created another one.
So they on some sneaky stuff.
Word, I think they're doing something sneaky to everybody, but this is the startup company. We don't need them old companies that do that dumb shit no more.
That's right.
Social media is the people.
Energy.
Okay. And we actually face to face here on the Butters Basics Show. Aaliyah, comedian, comes from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
By ways of New York here to perform comedy on stages. And her first time performing in New York City was because the About to Blow comedy series invited you to do your thing. How'd you feel about your New York City crowd? Your first time performing, that was a big crowd.
Yeah, it was. It was a very big crowd. And first of all, I'm new. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I am doing. So when you hit me up in October, I thought it was a scam, but long story short, we got to it, and it was a beautiful show. It was packed from the front to the back. I met so many different people and networked. And not even that, I was back the following weekend right after that.
Dude.
So the crowd loved me, and I thought you guys were a little hard, though. I thought it was going to be rough.
You thought the New York City crowd was a little harsh?
I thought it was going to be rough, and every time my thoughts seemed to fail me.
Mm-hmm. So basically the thing is that here in New York City is a different feel than it is in Pennsylvania. Are the crowds that big when you do rooms?
Yeah, it is. It depends. For the most part, the promoters in Harrisburg, they're definitely out there doing their thing. Shout out to them. We definitely have some big promoters out there that they have their own platform. You know what I mean? They have their own fan base. I'm learning that some promoters some are all about, hey, let's bring your ticket so you can get your money, and then some promoters are, hey, I'm gonna give you a couple dollars. And
so did you know about what exactly a bringer show was when you started off doing it, or did you just think that that's just the way it was?
No, I just figured that was a way for me to get my bread. I get it. Now I'm starting to see, but someone was telling me that this wouldn't be like a bringers. It would be more of a I don't know. They said something I don't even know, because I don't know what I'm getting. So I don't know what I'm doing.
So you're fairly new to the comedy scene, right?
Very new.
And what inspired you to pick up and just start doing this? You're a mother.
Yes,
you work. It's what did comedy?
I lost my best friend 2 years ago in 2019. I found him and everything was rough for me. And my cousin was like, you need to come to Mexico. And I was like, I'm not coming to Mexico. I'm broke. I haven't been at work. I'm not doing it. And I did. I went to Mexico, and just so happened that I ended up seeing Jadakiss. And he was like, yo, you could get paid for being you. And I'm like, what?
You saw him, but how did he see that you had comedy within you?
So I actually was I was with somebody that knew him. Mm-hmm. So, I was a part of the gang that weekend, and we were able to hang out. So he knew exactly who I was. And he was like, yo, you can get paid for what you do. And I was like, yo, are you serious? So when I came home, I went to Comedy Zone in Harrisburg, and I got on the mic. And they loved it. And I just...
From there, you just was like, yes.
No.
Maybe this is it.
No.
What?
No.
She said no.
It was fun. It was fun. I got pregnant. I was fucking and shit. I had a couple abortions, and I had to keep a baby. So I got pregnant for 2 years, and I was like, all right, you know what? At this point...
2 years?
Not for 2 years, but damn, with COVID, it was 2 years. It was
that's a long motherfucking pregnancy.
We were quarantined for real. But no, it was crazy. And then the people just kept coming to me and was like, when you gonna go back to comedy? And I was like, I was just playing. It was just a joke. Mm. And then I came back in March of this year, and I just been flaming it. Y'all were talking about being humble. Very humble. I'm still I can't believe I'm funny. I can't believe I'm, every time I turn around, every weekend's booked. I'm starting to feel like a deadbeat mom. But shout out to my support system, my family and my friends, because if it wasn't for them, I would not be able to move the way that I move, and it's like,
Yo, they believe in the product, son.
yeah, it's been crazy, and I'm still trying to believe in the product. Like as bad as that.
No, you're not
sounds,
trying. You're in the. You're doing
all right,
it.
All right,
You got merch,
all right,
bitch.
All right, I do.
She said, "I got hats, ho.
Yeah.
Buy my merch."
What's awesome about that is that it's that see that little humility right there when I
Right.
talked about it earlier
Right.
on in the beginning with the army, right? It's like I'm like, yo, if you're great at what you do, what's wrong with telling the world?
I know, but I'm still trying to process it. You understand? Like I really can't believe this. Like now that I'm a comedian, people come up to me like, "Oh, you're a comedian." You think no? I've been funny. Like this is me.
It's an innate
Like,
quality.
Being a comedian now is very difficult for me. It's like writing that shit down. I don't write shit down and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna come out here and tell y'all this." Like, no, that's not.
You've never tried that?
I have now, but prior to, no, it was just me being me.
But you realize that the more and more shows that you do, it is necessary to
It's
have
very,
more
very
routine
It's very,
situations
very it's
with the
very-
conversation.
It's very, very necessary. And believe it, I love it now. I
Mhm.
love it. Like, so I stay with a book and a paper, and my phone has all types of jokes and everything. As far as I've gotten, I can't believe I'm where I'm at because I don't even know the structure of comedy. I don't even know like the beginning of putting the topic in or whatever or what.
Well,
I
have
don't
you
know.
watched The Greats?
I'm trying to watch.
I'm
it.
just saying. So, like, in your
It is.
opinion,
It's very hard.
who's greats in comedy according to Aaliyah Comedian? Who are some
Honestly,
greats that you treasure
I don't know nobody.
in comedy?
I mean, I'm starting
Well,
to
who-
learn.
no, I'm not
You
talking
wasn't
about-
always like a big comedy fan?
I was
Son,
not.
you
I was
never
learning.
watched
It's
like
crazy because she's so funny. If you guys have never seen her do comedy, you would think she's been watching comedy
No.
for a long time because she's very funny.
So you telling me you never watched Different Strokes? You never watched Small Wonder?
No.
You never watched Perfect Strangers? You never
Wow.
watched you never watched like none of these sitcoms, The Cosby Show? You
I
never
watched
watched
the Cosby Show. Okay, I was a
Mhm.
little girl. I watched
Okay.
that.
Rapist.
I'm like, what was she doing? Living in
I be minding my business. Like I don't know. I smoke my weed. I take
She
care of
wasn't
my
a comedy
kids,
fan. That's
you
what's
know, like, I
funny.
just wasn't.
No.
And that's what
It's
I was
okay.
telling
I'm
you.
just trying to have her tell that to the world. Is that basically
So do you have comedians that you like to watch now that you do comedy? Do you have
I do have comedians that I do like to watch. And one of them would be Miss Pat. Someone said to me, they was like, "You
She
remind
funny.
me of Miss Pat," and I'm like,
Mhm.
"Who's Miss Pat?" So I went to go Google her, and when I seen her, I was like, "Oh
Mhm.
shit, this bitch is on fire."
she funny?
Yeah, she's very funny.
Mhm.
And then I just was like, "Oh my god, I'll never be
I
able
still
to
didn't get
compete
to
to
see this
that."
lady yet.
Oh, you gotta. Oh
You
my
never see
God.
Miss Pat?
Oh, you have to.
No, and
She
there's
has
a
show
reason.
now
Like,
on BET Plus.
yeah.
Do
hey,
she?
Here's the crazy thing: people might not believe this, but I don't even watch the BET shows at all anymore. Like, it's been a long time since I have. I mean, ever since I got this Fire Stick, I'm like, okay. One thing that I did like was a show called Bruz.
What?
Bruz.
Bruh.
Yeah, like BRUHS. I thought that was
a gang.
Nah, it was really
Bruz.
interesting. I think that was off of a BET, one of those BET Plus joints though. But ever since the Fire Stick, I'm just like, you know what? You can't even, let me just binge watch
I
what I
watch so
want to
much
see.
comedy. I'm a big comedy. I've always been
Who
a
are
big
you? Who's
comedy fan.
inspired you, Savon?
I'll be honest,
Because
like
it's
I
like
have so
battle
many
of the comedians that don't watch shit.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't.
I
even
like
have time to
comedy.
watch TV, so I really don't even.
I'm a
like,
big
I
girl,
just
so I'll be
subscribe to
watching
her thing for 30
TV.
days.
I'm done.
No,
Simone.
you know what? It's big bitches be watching TV. What am I exercising? No, I'm watching Netflix, bitch. I've seen a lot of funny comedies. They got some new Netflix shit on. That's funny. They got Pete Davidson shit. Is funny. Michael Che. Is that how you pronounce this shit? Michael Che.
See, I
That
don't
shit
know.
funny.
I don't know.
The Dave Chappelle shit funny. I don't know why people was on it like that. Like that's regular Dave Chappelle. I don't think he said anything.
I actually watched like 4 episodes of Dave
I
Chappelle
love
show
Dave
this morning
Chappelle.
before I left out the house. I did. I
But
had
you
to,
know what?
You know how
I
many
very
times
much
I
like-
spun back that Rick James this morning?
Yeah, listen, Dave
Fuck your
Chappelle
couch.
is probably the most greatest of comedy. But I will tell you this:
Did
I
you
love.
just say you don't watch?
You've never seen Dave Chappelle shit?
Well, so you know what was so crazy about all this is
Mhm.
that my first time seeing, or like I watched him in Half Bake, or what was that?
Oh, yeah.
not
Yeah.
Half Bake.
Half Baked.
Yeah, when they sell the weed and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched that. That was my first time seeing him, knowing him.
What? You never saw Chappelle show?
No, so hold on. my best friend before he died. When we first met, we was gonna go on a date, but then he was like a heavy guy, and I was like, this ain't gonna work.
It works.
No, it did. We were best friends though. We ended up being best friends.
But it's not the heavy thing, listeners.
Let it tell it, though.
It wasn't the
They
heavy
straying
thing.
away from the
It
Dave
wasn't
Chappelle
the
thing because I'm
heavy
not
thing.
gonna let you off the hook with that.
It wasn't the heavy thing. He was just older. He was from the Bronx, and he just wasn't my type. So we ended up being friends. That's
he
wasn't my type, and he get it. So anyway, he wanted to take me on a date. So I went cut my hair and all that, got cute, and we went to Dave Chappelle came out in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and we went there and we sat all the way at the top of the thing because we had like the $22 tickets. It was cool, and I watched him and he was cool, but I wasn't into him. Like he wasn't. Because I don't get into.
I saw Chris Rock one time when I was like in high school. Somebody took me for my birthday to go see Chris Rock, and we was in the nosebleed sections too.
Yeah.
And
don't worry, I also have been in nosebleed.
I've been into I've been in comedy.
Yeah.
I've been into comedy for a long time, but I never did it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People told me, "Oh, you got to do it. You got to do it." And I'm like, "No, I don't know how to write a joke." So in that case, I don't know how to do it. Like these people really work. They work.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. They just don't go be funny. I'm just funny in life. You know what I mean? I'm not on stage funny. I'm at the party funny. You know what I mean? And people were like, no, you should do it. You should do it. And I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna just go on and freestyle every time I go on. But I've been watching comedy. Like I'm very into like Chelsea Handler. I love Chelsea Handler. She's a woman comedian. She's a white woman from New Jersey. She's fucking hilarious. She used to have a show, Chelsea Lately. I love her. I love Tiffany Haddish.
I actually watched recently. Tiffany Haddish has a show where she brings comedians out. It's called They Ready. I was like, yo,
They Ready.
That's dope. That she.
I love her so much because I think she's just such a down to earth human.
Right.
Like she's not somebody
Hold
who.
on a second. I'm glad that you feel that way about why you love her, but guess what? We don't really know her like that.
We don't know her, but
Okay.
she's a Sagittarius.
And that's
she's
a beautiful
Sagittarius.
thing. But what we have seen of her, right, is that
down to earth.
she is
Tiffany Haddish, I love you.
son. Fuck humility, son. What's down to earth about somebody that's showing the world their excellence, and she does that.
Right.
So
Ugh, I love
guess
her.
what? So that's my reason that I
Tiffany
love
Haddish,
her.
she funny, she humble.
Stop with the humility.
Here's the
She
shit.
told you she was humble.
But no,
Why
here's
do we use
the shit
this
what I love
word?
about Tiffany Haddish. Here's a story about Tiffany Haddish. She was making all
better
this money.
say
She
it
was
did-
making mad money, and she
Alright.
did that movie with Jada Pinkett Smith, and they was out doing shit in New Orleans. And Jada Pinkett Smith had hit her up, and she's like, "What you doing tonight?" And she was like, "I'm doing a Groupon," right? And she went and did a Groupon on some alligator shit, like you know when they go on that big ass wind boat, and they do the alligator shit. And so she tells. So she tells Jada Pinkett Smith, "Come meet me." And Jada Pinkett Smith comes with Will Smith. And they go and doing a fucking Groupon, okay? And Tiffany Haddish had mad money at this time, and she doing Groupons, okay?
Is this in a movie or
No,
this
this
in
is a
life?
real life situation.
Okay.
She had mad money. She was making $1 million on movies and shit. And she's like, I'm doing a Groupon tonight in fucking New Orleans. And they go on one of these big boats that where they go look for alligators and shit. And she bring Will Smith and Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith get there. And Jada Pinkett Smith's like, no, baby, we got to leave. And Will Smith is like, nah, I'm with it. Let's do it. And they do it. Will Smith gets on this fucking Groupon thing, the boat, and they go look for alligators on this fucking boat with Tiffany Haddish. And this is what I love about Tiffany Haddish. She had money, and she was on fucking Groupon to the point where Groupon went and told her, "We gonna pay you to do Groupon commercials." And now Tiffany Haddish getting paid to do Groupon commercials. This is why I fuck with Tiffany Haddish.
No, I like that.
Okay, so then let's call that her business
I
acumen.
love you, Tiffany Haddish.
So, like I said, I like what about her? She exposes her excellence shamelessly. Savon is basically saying that her business acumen is
Love her.
is up to par.
My Sagittarius sister.
You know, this is really dope.
Right with the
you know,
sad.
Her birthday gotta be coming up.
Aaliyah, real quick, what do you want to be known for in comedy?
Oh man, I don't even know. This is so sentimental and stuff. I don't know.
No, I'm saying, so you're sharing and it's caring. Sharing is caring.
It is. At this point, I was recently. I host an open mic, and in my area, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Rookies, and this lady came up to me one day and she just like was like, listen, I haven't been out in a while. My niece just died, and she just started crying. And I was like, wow. So the one thing I do want to gain from this is to comfortably understand that you never know what someone else is going through. And I make people laugh. That is really a big thing, especially with everything that we're going through. Like, people are stressed out. I got kids. I love my kids dearly. I may say fuck them kids often, but I love them. And
she be posting the funniest videos with her kids, yo.
I do. But I just want to, you know, be known for laughter. Like, I am a vibe. I know that for sure. And I know that I make people laugh. Like, people really like me. Like, before this comedy, people always loved me. Like, people would, I was in
What's
Vegas.
your sign, Aaliyah?
I'm a Capricorn, baby.
No way.
Capricorns is in the building January 14th.
It's about to be her birthday,
yes.
Aaliyah,
And I will be out here January 15th. I am going to be doing a show out in Queens.
Well, I see you also going to be out here December 23rd at my girl Colors.
That's why
joint,
she's
right?
such a good hard worker, because she's like, I'm going to be out here the day after my birthday working.
Right.
I'm like, it's my birthday. I'm not working no days.
Shout out to Colors. She is going to be having the Christmas event happening on December 23rd. I see. Listen, she got herself booked on that already.
That was last
like,
night.
yo,
She was like, yo, let me. I was like, all right.
I'm never booked. I'm like, please
she
don't
woke
make
me up with the flyer. Like, okay, here's the flyer. I was like, oh, all right. She means business. Okay.
Well, that's the thing is, like, you know, I would have loved to have been like, you know, have Colors present Bout to Blow comedy series comedians there. So, you know, you're just the start of things. And I'm going to talk with her to see how we can make that come to life, because, you know, if I'm a source for greatness, I would love to give that light to the world too. Savon, you're going to be on there too on the low if you're available that day.
On which?
Don't worry, we're going to talk about all that, Mama. It's the 23rd. And I'm gonna give you all
I'm
the
never
details.
working. I'm like, listen, I work when I please.
Listen, this is gonna be dope.
Work for me. Like, this legit is fun. But
It is fun.
It is turning.
It's not work because
it is turning into work.
Here's the shit. It's like, since I don't have material, it's hard for me to do so many shows a week, because I got to come off the dome it's like hard to come off the dome that much times.
Right.
I have to put together material, like off the shit that I've done that worked well with the crowd. I've got to just put it all together and put material together. But I like to be off the dome. I don't like material.
But if you record your sets, just the stuff you do
I
off
do
the
that.
Dome, put it together. That's
what I need to do
right there. That's all you need.
I
to
should
do.
Guys,
do
y'all
that.
giving your whole strategy out to all the other comics.
I should do
That's
that.
cool though.
Talk
about it.
Let me talk about it real quick.
Talk about it.
I'm all cool with everybody doing whatever. When I first got into this, I felt like everybody was like, oh, now everybody want to do comedy. Now everybody want to be funny. But
some people are greedy though. Do you notice that?
I noticed that. But you know what? For the people that aren't greedy and for the people that are doing their own thing, and whatever path is your path, what's for you is what's for you. So no one can ever take that from you.
Like, you notice they get mad when you funnier than them.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Shit.
And that honestly is really okay, because at the end of the day, if you feel that I'm funnier than you, then you need to step it up. But you should never be in comparison like that.
Right, because we have different versions of comedy.
I am me. People are going to grab to me because I am me. They're going to like me, not because I'm funnier than you or they like me. So I'm starting to understand that. And where I am from, there is a lot of competition, and I hate it. And I'm not like that. I have girlfriends. We've been friends for 10 years. We bicker and whatever, and then we go back because we're friends. But this comedy field is very, very messy, and I want nothing to do with it.
This is one of the reasons, Aaliyah, why, and we spoke about this when I first met you, the politics of being a comedian and all that. Hold on. I don't care about none of that. I am the creator of Bout to Blow comedy series. So like, basically for me, it was important for me to put a space together where the comedians don't have to deal with each other and don't have to have that nasty area that you're talking about there to be fearful of how you're going to be treated, or how much time you get, or who you're going to be next to, and there's
who you're going up against. Be you.
I created Bout to Blow comedy series, #1 because the comedians are about to blow, and you can also blow it down. So your audience is interacting really nicely with you and giving different elements of the culture, and then we give comedy on display. Absolutely. Listen, Aaliyah, tell the people where they could find you at, my dear.
Y'all can find me. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Aaliyah Comedian, ALEA. It's very simple. ALEA Comedian. Even underscore, whatever. Just put the ALE and the C and it's going to pop up.
Awesome. And I hope you enjoyed being here on the Butters Basic Show today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Have you had radio interviews before?
This is my first radio interview.
Damn.
And in reality, it was supposed to be in October, but
Mhm.
you know, I've been busy, you've been busy. But I'm sure
We're here now.
I'm sure after this one, everyone's gonna want to have me on it. You know, that's how it goes.
Damn, shorty, you just blowing them up left and right.
Not,
Like,
because it's not shade. That's being real.
well, how about this? I'll be even realer. Thank you guys for being a participant in the dream that I've culminated to be About to Blow comedy series, highlighting comedians that are about to blow. You know, I'm a scout. I have an eye for talent, and I believe in the products that I push. So I'm Aaliyah Comedian, y'all. Savon, tell them where they can find you, my dear.
You can find me at
Look, your whole fuzzy fuzz is going. Go
You
ahead.
can find me at Aaliyah done fucked up his whole microphone.
Where can they find you?
They can find me at Savon Comedy, SIVAN_comedy, and please follow FME 1985 on Instagram.
Guys, follow all of our guests that were on the show earlier. You know, there was a lot. It was the army, son. Literally. Yo, this is Butters
They was
Basics.
dope. They was definitely
Man, and you can follow me on the gram at Butters Basics Show, and that's Butters BUTTERS BASICS SHO. Follow me, the brand Gazebo. GAZZEBO. That's 2 Z's so you don't sleep. 11210 because I'm a Brooklyn girl all day, every day. Check the zip code, y'all. It's all good, man. It's the Butters Basics Show. Peace, everybody. Take us out with that that joint, Savannah.
No, it's gone. It's already.
Oh, it's already. Oh, all right then, everybody. Peace out, Scout.